Hey y'all, welcome back Ravens, and if you're new to the channel, welcome, grab a seat. If you like casts, builds, LPs, challenges, I'm your girl. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the bell. Ah, yeah, there you go. It'll remind you of my videos. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, so we are here with our not-so-berry family, and as you can see, Flint is looking a little down, and I think the reasoning behind that is because he knows that he is absolutely, positively, without a doubt, fully smitten with Trinity, and she is just not, I mean, she's into him. She is. She's just not that into him. Like, not the level that he is into her. Look at Prim's like, did that boy actually just put a plate on the floor? And she picked it up and then she was like, puts it back down. Like, no, I'm not cleaning up after him. It's fine, I'll do it. You guys are always the worst at this, so it's fine. I'm used to cleaning up after everyone. Alright, so we're just going to have her go ahead and pick up a little bit. Prim is in a bad way. She's on her cycle. She's stressed. She's tense. She's not a happy camper. She doesn't actually necessarily like being at home. She wants to be at work. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least if she actually ends up doing so. And as we can see, Flint is off to school. So we love that. And also, little Coral is at preschool. So actually, Prim may stay home now that everybody's gone. So I do find that when both of the boys are home, she goes to work. When both of the boys are gone, she stays home. So I think it's just when the family's around she leaves. Which, there's something to be said for that, isn't there now? Oh dear, she never did get Mother of the Year award, did she now? And we do have a little bit of time before we have some aging up going on, so... But I just know that we definitely need to figure out the living arrangements as far as Trinity goes, because we know she's pregnant. I think she is probably in her second trimester. Speaking of Trinity. Well, maybe she's not in her second trimester yet. She's not even showing yet. She's definitely pregnant, though. Look at that baby bubble over her head. But we need to figure out a living situation, because here's the deal. If she's not living with us, then we don't know when the baby's going to be born. I mean, I do have the notifications on so that it'll let me know when we have the baby. The problem that I have is that I just want to be able to, like, control that and see the baby and name the baby and all those kind of things. I kind of need her living here, and she's not going to want to live here. So I need to get her to either... Oh, that poor thing. She's just not in a good way. She's seriously got some major morning sickness going on. I either need Flint to convince her to move in here, which I don't see happening, or I need to talk her into letting us move into her house, which I see is probably going to be what happens. So we're most likely in this episode going to be moving into her house, and then we will then be living there. We will set up a nursery for Coral and the new baby to arrive in her house, and then we will just be living in her house until that relationship fails, and then at that point we will just play it by ear. We'll find out kind of where Flint is in his life and go from there on what decision to make on where he needs to go from there. Are we going to move back home here with Prim? Again, it all is just going to depend on where we're at. Is that relationship going to last a week? Is it going to last until he's a young adult? Like, I don't know how long they're going to be together, so it's really going to depend on a lot of factors. So we'll have to play that by ear. But in this episode, we are definitely moving into most likely her house, because I don't see her being like, yep, I'll totally just give up the house that I worked my butt off on renovating because, you know, you knocked me up. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan. No, I don't see Trinity being that person. Like, she's an activist, a teen activist. Like, she just doesn't strike me as the kind of person that I'd be like, yeah, absolutely, you can totally take care of me. I'll be your little woman. No, she isn't that girl. So, Flint and Coral will have to move. Okay, so I just have Prim dealing with her female hygiene issues, and it looks like Flint is home from school, but he will right away have to leave and go to his after school sports activity. So he will be leaving right away, and it does look like Prim also is scheduled to go into work. So everyone's going to be leaving. So I will see you guys when they return from both of their jobs. Okay, so Prim has returned back from work. And as you can see, Coral is also home from his little preschool. And everyone is, well, by everyone, Prim is in a horrible mood. She's wet, she's miserable, she's uncomfortable. Seems that Coral is in a pretty decent mood. He had a really great day at preschool. He's happy. He did a lot of learning. So he is overall in a pretty great mood. She is not happy. She's like pissed. Okay, that's what she is. She's pissed. She's having a bad day. She's throwing shit in the floor, but she's getting job offers, which we don't want, because she's like, I clearly am in the job that I want, and I'm an adult, and I'm like settled in the career that I want, at the top of my career, no less. So we're just gonna have her do a little bit of house chores. I'm hoping that she'll settle down. Flint has just returned home from his after school activity, and he's gonna get a little bit of his homework done. And then from there, we will go ahead and probably call over his little love there and see if we can... Flint, why? It never fails. Every time I'm in the middle of trying to talk about you, you gotta shit your pants. Like, what is your deal, dude? Anyhow, I'm gonna have him call over Trinity, because I do need him to discuss with her the whole living situation. And as you can see, you know, poor Prim is going to go upstairs and cry it out in bed. Her hormones are just in a disarray. I don't know what the deal is, but she is just having a rough go of it. When you're done crying, do you think maybe you might want to cook? Because honestly, like, in the house, between the people that live in this house, you're the one that can cook the best. I mean, Flint can cook some mean mac and cheese, but that's really about it. Okay, so as you can see, Trinity has come over, and she is just doing a little bit of visiting here with Flint. They're just having a little chat. He just finished up his homework. What are they doing? Whatever, they're just having a little chat. Oh, they're just having a little embrace. That's sweet. They're absolutely totally cute together. Like, they are just the cutest thing ever. He's like, you're so adorable. Oh, he didn't finish his homework. He just got up to give her a hug. That is so precious. She's like, are you going to do that homework forever? And he's like, well, you know, I kind of need to get it done. She's like, you're such a little bookworm. She's like, you know, this pregnancy is really rough on me. And I don't think that you have very much empathy about it. And he's like, no, I do. But I still need to get my studies done. And there's not a whole lot I can do to change the fact that you're not feeling well. And she's like, there's one thing you can do to change the fact that I'm not feeling well. Is you could tell me that you're sorry that I'm not feeling well. He's like, you know what I can do? I'm going to apologize to you. It looks like that's what he's about to do. Apologize to her in bed. Alright then. That's the way this goes. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Apologizing to her in bed. Okay, well. He's nothing if not predictable. Oh, these two. Like, she hadn't even been here 10 minutes and they're done in the bedroom. Like, what is really going on in this relationship? This is what I'm talking about. He is absolutely in love and spin with her, and all she can think about is sex. She's got it on the brain. She's just like one ball of hormones. And I realize the pregnancy probably has a little bit to do with that. What are you doing? He's like, wrecking the joint. Okay, very good. He's like, I have learned in preschool what my primary colors are, and I wanted to paint the porch. Awesome. We love that. Okay, so they're just having themselves a little bit of a snooze here. She's like, no, we're not. I'm leaving. And he's like, you can't leave. We need to talk about housing. And she's like, I told you, Flint, we're not talking about housing. We're not ever talking about housing again. She's like, do you want to feel the baby? He's like, oh, I can't really feel it do anything, but I love it. I do. I love it. And I love you. She's like, you're the sweetest, most kindest thing ever. What are you doing? Oh my god, they're so freaking adorable. I can't even stand it right now. Oh, they really are so precious. He's so cute with her. You can just see the love in his eyes. You really can. So he's going to throw his clothes on the floor as usual and go on to bed. And I don't really know what Trinity's going to do, but I guess she wore him out. So now he can't even talk to her about living situations. He's like, crap, I was supposed to be talking to her. Yeah, you were. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. This poor little baby's just following you through the house because you're ignoring him. He's like, so what do you say? You want to move in together? And she's like, okay, we can do that. All right, so they said that they are going to move in together. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and grab all of the paintings, like their portraits and things like that off the wall, and then we're going to move, and I'll see you guys in the new house. I love the things you said to me, it seems like you like me too. We can take it slow, make sure we do this right. Canceled all my plans to be with you tonight. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be. You make me anxious. I think I might be stuck on you. I love the things you did for me, it seems like you're dropping clues. There's no need to rush, so let's just take our time. Dropping everything, 'cause you're stuck on my mind. Okay, so we have arrived here at the new residence and everything is good to go. Everyone seems to be adjusting well, but the issue is that the house is all set up, but there is not a nursery. Well, there is a nursery. I did create a nursery, but I created the nursery for Trinity because she was pregnant, but there's not room for Coral. So now I need to make room for Coral. So I'm going to do that really, really quickly. And so let's go ahead and make room for the toddler. Okay, now that we have a bed for this little tot to sleep in, he is going to go ahead and go to bed. And we have also, I forgot she had to go to the doctor's office because, you know, she's expecting. And so that means doctor's appointments, making sure baby's good, making sure mom is good. And as we know, I am really, really big on the family portraits. So I am just going to go ahead and on the other side, above the fireplace here, I am just going to go ahead and add the family portrait. Now that our family has grown and we now have Flint and Coral alongside Trinity here in the house, we will go ahead and put a family portrait above the fireplace here of the new family, showing everyone in the photo, and we'll just lock that photo showing them pregnant. And then obviously once we have the baby, we'll put up a new one, and that one will have the baby in it, and that'll be super cute. And the boys are just dancing together. They're so cute. Oh my god, this family is precious. So I do have a money jar that I do put money into so that they can kind of save money, because I want Flint to try to save as much as he can, because let's be real, this isn't his house. And so when or if, when their relationship no longer works out, and it's time for him to go, he needs to have a nest egg saved up, because I don't know if he's going to move back home with mom or if he is going to be moving out into his own place. So anytime he gets a child support payment or anytime anything like that happens, he will be putting his funds from his work, etc., into his money jar. So his money funds will actually go into the money jar as opposed to into the household fund, so that he can save money. So his money will be separate from hers, because they aren't married, they are just dating. So I want their money to be kept separate. I do think that is very, very important, especially considering they are only dating. She's not in love with him. This relationship is not end all be all. And when this relationship doesn't work out, because we know he has to have 3 failed relationships before he finds himself a neat sim to marry, then unfortunately we know this is going to be a failed relationship. So yeah, there's that. He needs to have money. He just needs to have money. So she's just cleaning up her mess that she made, and he's just down here having himself a bite to eat. So in our next episode, hopefully we will be able to find out if we're having a boy or a girl, because I tried in this episode and then I must have had a glitch, so that didn't work out. So yeah, I will actually go ahead and just leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you are notified when another episode goes live. And I will see you guys in the next one. But until then, I'm going to fly for now. Bye, y'all.